Welcome to the third round of the Legacy Challenge. We are up against an unknown opponent on an unknown deck. And our hand could be so amazing if it had like one more land, like an initial mana source, but we unfortunately have to send it back. This is okay. Like, one thing this hand is missing is mana acceleration, because if he had that, then we could get like a really sweet turn 2. No, I don't want these. I think I actually really just want to draw business here. I'm gonna run out the symbiote because in case we're up against a chalice deck, then you definitely want to have the symbiote in play, whereas like Heritage Shield would be pointless. So let's see. Show us your true colors. Reveal your face. Land, Goblin Guide. He's using Chandra as his avatar. Oh, okay. It's either gonna be Miracles or some kind of Stoneblade deck, I would think, and those make for the most amazing matches. Those make for like actual true old school Legacy. We've got a horrible hand to fight this kind of battle, but we're still gonna try to do it. We're still gonna try to get there. The card I'm most afraid of right now is actual Counterspell, because like 2 turns from now, I think we. Well, Oh, this is so bad. Oh, did I actually have 6? I really wanted to get Reclamation Sage down the line. I wanted to get Dried Arbor, and did I actually have 6? Oh, I have 6 earlier than 10. So usually what you want to get here is Dried Arbor, so we could have gotten Reclamation Sage to take out the Surge. I guess we can still do that. Yeah, it's not that bad. We can still do that. It would have been super sweet, though. So what we could do here is like play Visionary, but if I had gone for Visionary, I would have like fetched Dried Arbor and then gone for Gaia's Cradle into Visionary. So we would set up Nissa next turn, but I think it's a little safer here to actually try to go for Reclamation Sage next turn. There's something wrong with my stops, I believe. Oh, he puts a very tough Ferrari? Okay, that's a late game card. That's good. Yeah, not the best kind of start into the match, but let's see. So basically, I want to trade the Green Sun Senate for a Counterspell, and then hopefully eventually stick Nissa. What's the best I could draw here? Probably Visionary, or like actual like Reclamation Sage. Gonna get Dried Arbor. I wonder whether he's running back to basics. I guess I'm gonna hold on to the Foothills for now. I could see him using swords now. No, he doesn't. Okay. Okay, so now we could actually... Can we hardcast? No, we can't hardcast the Nissa and Reclamation Sage. Ooh, I didn't mean to cast her. Actually, do I? I could still cast her. So basically, so the idea here right now is... if I cast Nissa, it's gonna trade for a Counterspell, and then he might Terminus us next turn, but then we can fetch up Dried Arbor again. Actually, yeah, we could fetch up Dried Arbor again. And draw a land and get Reclamation Sage on Surge, but I don't really like that line. I'd rather like go down the line where he doesn't have Terminus here. Like if he has double Counterspell, we need to rip anyway, but I like this a little more. Like when you're behind, you have to assume your opponent doesn't have it all. And here having a... Okay, pitching Chase is huge, because Chase is a real threat here. I think I'm not going to run in the Reclamation Sage, because Snapcaster Mage and Swords would be like devastating. It's already pretty good, but now it would be even better. Maybe he's got 2 Chases. That's... Maybe he's also just like trying to write... Oh, there's Swords. Maybe he's gonna try to ride Surge for his counter to the victory, and he's sitting on like actual Counterspell. Nah, I would have cast actual Counterspell there instead of Force. It's unfortunate when you're behind in the first game. Because like the first game, I guess both the second and the third, like the both pre and post board are kind of good. They play quite differently, and you can often really run away hard in the first game. the post-board games play out a little bit differently, but like I think the post-board games might even be better. It's just like if you have a good hand, it can really steal the first game. But unfortunately we weren't that kind of hand, so we have to go for Nissa the hard way. We can pay for days, but they of course don't run days. We can't pay for a whoa! She sticks? She sticks. When she sticks, you attack. Take 6. Or don't take 6. Why would you fetch the... what are you gonna get? Oh, I guess you want to flip a scant. That makes sense. Okay. Puts away another planes. Oh, he hit something on draw step. But I... no. Well, maybe he's got a draw step. Stops that. Like, he would totally Terminus here, would you not? And you would also entreat the Angels. Because it's like not great, but it takes down Nissa. If you've got something to back it up, not die to it, okay, it gets AK. So this is where we have to like make up our mind. Are we gonna go in for the kill? Actually, it's not the kill. Or are we gonna go emblem? I think we're just gonna go emblem next turn. I think I'm gonna use this on the Dryad Arbor because I'd rather not lose an actually I could use it on the Cradle, because if he ends up having Terminus, he might actually have Brainstorm here at end of turn and then Terminus as next turn. But either way, Gaia's Cradle doesn't produce mana then. Or it does with Nissa. So the question, right, like to me right now the question is, do I want to deal like extra damage? Like 1 extra damage taken to 8 instead of 9? If he has a removal spell for the Cradle? I think I like it this way. Because if he uses Swords of Plowshares on the Dryad Arbor, then his potential mass removal spell isn't as bad for us as it would otherwise be. So right now I'm really scared of something like Mentor and do a lot of things, but even then it's actually not that bad. I'm gonna replay the Virtual Rangers as a Mighty Morphing Virtual Ranger. And if it survives, I think I would still bounce it at end of turn, but it depends on what my opponent does. Like I want to give myself the option to either like keep it in play or bounce it and go for a Glimpse Chain. And if he spends a hard counter on this, that's actually quite fine. That makes the Glimpse more likely to resolve. So if you draw Fetchland next turn, like the Nissa ultimate is really tempting. Like I might really want to do that. Opponent draws 2. That's like a predict at this point. It's actually not as good as a predict because it doesn't mill a bad card. But yeah, like the way I see us losing this, if we end up losing this, is either Entreat the Angels or like a giant Mentor. And I'm not sure if the Nissa ultimate helps with either. Like it definitely doesn't help against the Angels. It can help against the Mentor because the Mentor kill is like a little slower than the Entreat the Angels kill. Yeah, I'm torn. Let's see what the opponent does. Didn't shuffle. The man must have a plan. Chase? No, it must be Mentor, right? Or Supreme. Oh, fuck! I guess we can draw... Yeah. Actually, we don't need to draw anything. Like, he's probably gonna have a removal spell for the Morph. But it also makes it so... he doesn't have white. So if he draw Pendelhaven, then I think... he still could have Snapcaster Mage. Huh. And if I attack here with Violet Symbiote and he has Snapcaster Mage, it's gonna be so bad. So I think I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna bounce this guy and go for the Glimpse. Damn. I wanted that emblem. But I also wanted the kill. Opponent would be at 9 instead of 4. Had I done that. So if he has... Actually, if he had Snapcaster Mage, he probably would have played the Snapcaster Mage straight away and taken out the Symbiote. Let's see. Can he let this resolve? Might like Flusterstorm this maybe? Or actual counterspell. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna run in with these, take him to 2. I wish I could take him to 1. That would be so much better. Like, this game could actually, like, this game is super close right now. I'm gonna replay these tapped. And play the land because I might need to morph and bounce them. No, don't. Oh. Right, here it comes. I guess he found it on the terminus. Yeah, on the ponder. So yeah. This is unfortunate. Like, opponent's got everything now. He's got Ascanta and a couple of cards, and we really can't draw much that actually gets us out of this. Man, for a moment I figured maybe we already have this game. Okay, I think we just have to go for this now. Like, opponent's gonna have Ascanta. Well, Ascanta at least doesn't find Snapcaster Mage. Like, Snapcaster Mage is the card that I'm most scared of right now. Chase itself doesn't stop the kill. But yeah, Snapcaster Mage and I guess Mentor. Like, any kind of win condition does it actually. What's he gonna reveal? Maybe he's gonna not reveal anything. If he finds another accumulated knowledge, that would be like really good for him. Maybe he has one at the end of turn here. That would be like crazy. Onslaught the Plowshares and the Morph. We go up to 21. Bring on your Martlage. Or Martlage, as I've heard it called in the US. It would be hilarious if he had nothing here and we just went for like Quirion Ranger, Pendelhaven, kill you. But right now I'm feeling that we're gonna have to aim for the second game if we wanna take this down. I wonder if he's gonna minus the Quirion Ranger. Oh, he pluses on us. I guess that makes sense. He's really only scared of... I guess technically Natural Order puts a card on top and Pendelhaven. The scenes if he actually put Pendelhaven on top here. Oh, Friendhorn Elves. Okay. If this isn't Snapcast, then I don't know what's going on in Legacy anymore. Apparently I don't. Okay, does he still know what's on top? We went for this. I think he actually still knows what's on top. It's not too likely to be Terminus. And if it is, then we're probably not winning anyway. Well, there it goes. No? Okay, apparently he has a stop and upkeep. And draw step. So... it doesn't always mean that he's got something. Unless he just drew Terminus and he was like, well, what would I need this Terminus for? Opponent can't fetch. Opponent can't force a file. Opponent can search for Ascanta into Snapcaster Mage, but then not play anything unless he finds another actual land. It's down to 1. Damn. So close. It's always so close against Miracles. It used to be even worse against the Census Divining Top version. Pendelhaven would have been sweet here. Then we could survive a Snapcaster. Man, this deck needs more Pendelhavens. Okay. Is this gonna do it? Oh, schnappy. Schnappy, schnapp, schnapp. At least the opponent is already down to 60 minutes. Usually, like, I'm feeling good when I'm losing the first game and the opponent is down to 12 minutes. Which will probably not happen here, because, like, he's got Chase, so he could, like, kill us eventually. He could also, like, Snapcaster as sources on Snapcaster, but that would be bad. Good. At least it would allow him to fetch again. Stride Arbor removed? No, it's not, so I'm gonna play the land. That now accumulate. Imagine, like, accumulated knowledge becomes so good in the late game when you can Snapcaster back like the 4th one, and then you draw like 3, 2, 1 cards. Actually, no, you draw. If you Snapcaster back the 4th one, this is the 3rd one. If you Snapcaster back the 4th one, you draw 4. Oh, if this, I think it's not as good as Predict, because Predict, like, when you hit, it draws basically 2.5 cards. So on average, it's like so much better than AK. But if this starts to become a thing, I'm really looking forward to Miracle Mirrors, where people are like having their accumulated knowledges in both graveyards, and they're like, okay, I'm Hellbent, draw AK, draw 7, pass. The opponent goes like, okay, Snapcaster accumulated knowledge, draw 8, or I guess, yeah, 8. Insanity. At that point, you can like just like Storm might eventually like pick up AK because it's such a crazy engine. It's like, what do I need ad nauseam for? I can just like AK the entire game. Maybe they should do something like that in Elves. Like if you play an Elf and you already have another copy of that Elf, you get, I don't know, extra mana or something. Hardcast, no, Brainstorm. Okay. F6. And here comes the entreat. The angels are here. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. How many? He can't even fetch. He can actually not make enough to kill us in a single swing, I guess. But should still be good enough. Like I can't imagine anything that gets us back into this game. Even if we could hardcast Cardboard here, it would be for 11 and then 4, 8, 12, yeah, then that still wouldn't be good enough. Opponent Fate Sealed us probably to the top, like there's nothing you would put in the bottom here. Okay, pass. Like in order to still win this, we would need him to not have anything, like sit on actual lands and brainstorm into lands. And like to us have drawn runner here, which is impossible because he put on top, and then draw, basically our deck would need to be like runner, 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 runner. Because he could always take like away every other card, and we need to burn 2 cards to win from here, and we would need him to not have anything. And I'm not even sure if that's like a 1% proposition. It's probably like less, significantly less. Also, how do I want my chair? I think I want it like this. Oh yeah, that's so much better. And I want more light. Fiat looks. Here we go. It took us to 24. So now he really needs to get in with all the angels all the time. Ah, more cradles. If you hit the 4th cradle, you win. It's a secret win condition. I keep talking about that, but I never actually get there. It's kind of like with Exodia, but I think Exodia needs 5 parts, does it not? Ah, so close. Okay, but now we get all the sweet toys. What do we have here? I like these. It's interesting that he didn't have... that he hadn't treated the angels, so maybe he doesn't have Mentor, and I'm actually not sure if he has Counterbalance. I think I still keep the Abrupt Decays, it's a bit awkward. I don't hate 3 Surgicals. I'm gonna go with 2 for now, because I need the space. So this is what I usually do. Oh yeah, actually, and I often also take out like a couple of those, because they have Containment Priest very often. It's a great card, but like Containment Priest is also really good if you're not prepared for it. And then we're gonna keep these. Oh, I didn't bring in the Thoughtseize? Oh, I definitely want the Thoughtseize. Anything else I want? I sometimes take out the Cardboard, but I'm not gonna do that here because... Actually, you could take out the Cardboard when they show Entreat. Maybe that's... Actually, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna regret it. I like keeping the Cardboard when they have Mentor, because like Mentor gives you so much power on blocking at times when you need it, whereas Entreat isn't that great at that. So, anything else I want to change? I can still bring in 1 more card, so it could be another Nettle Sentinel, just to make the glimpse a little better. But if I only have... No, I don't want to rely too much on glimpse. Maybe it's just like this. This seems worthwhile. Like the Abrupt Decays, when you didn't see anything in the first game you want to Abrupt Decay, they are so awkward and it might come back to bite us. But we have to try. Actually, no. But if they have Counterbalance... If you take out the Sonnets, then the Abrupt Decays become a lot more important because they are like access to Counterbalance removal. So maybe I still like this, because this is also like unconditional removal for counterbalance. Yeah. Wonder what the opponent is doing. Basically, when you bring in this, your plan is to really like take away all the cards that matter. Or like, yeah, that's the perfect scenario, taking away all the cards that matter. But these days Miracles are very light on cards that actually influence the way the game goes. They have a lot of card draw. Okay, this is basically one of the best hands I can imagine post-board against them. So if you get to take out like the mass removal or the spot removal, you get a huge strategic advantage, because it gives you like, it removes a lot of the tactical tools. So in the long game you can like adjust to that and play accordingly. So let's see. Okay. So here I wish they had something like a Ponder that would make them tap out, so I could Cardboard Therapy Brainstorm, which is not gonna happen, unfortunately. I think I have to take out the Forcifer and then try to stick the Sylvan Library next turn. Let's jump to this. Is this the land they had? Yeah. So yeah. They had basically, if the top 4 cards had Forcifer in them, then they could get there. Otherwise, I hopefully get to stick the library. I could have also Cardboard Therapied for Brainstorm here. It wouldn't be the worst. But this way, I think I force him to Brainstorm and maybe play some. Nah, there's not a lot of cards they would play for 2 mana on the next turn. At least this way, he gets to have like a bad Brainstorm. If I had Cardboard Therapy here, I would have done the same and also gotten the bad Brainstorm, but here the upside is so much better. I would expect the Terminus to be second from the top now. Terminus second from the top, AK on top. Draw AK next turn, and then I can Cardboard Therapy him, and but then he plays Brainstorm and respawns. But then we can Cardboard Therapy again. Then on the next Brainstorm he still puts Terminus second from the top and probably hides the AK, and then we name Forcifer and connect with whatever that's left on the second therapy. It's not great because it doesn't actually, if the Sylvan Library sticks, it does advance us because we get more Sylvan Library triggers. And maybe we even get to reserve choke. Also, time is an actual factor here. Opponent's really slow. Okay. Now I really hope he doesn't remove the library. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, Ponder. He's digging. Maybe he's got something. And if he does, then at least we get to connect with Cardboard Therapy. He shuffled. What's the other fetch land he had? Oh, he actually has planes. Okay, so he played a fetch land, and he gives us the Sylvan Library. I think I'm gonna get all of those. Okay. And now I'm gonna do what I already mentioned. Oops, no. I'm gonna go for this. That pretty much forces him to burn his Brainstorm here, and if he Flusterstorms this, then we get to connect on the Cardboard Therapy on the next one. Technically, you could also play the Virtual Ranger and flash it back, so that hides that we have another Cardboard Therapy coming up. Also, yeah, it makes him fetch another Tundra, so I guess there's no back to basics. Definitely gonna name Forcifer, and I think, like before, did he keep the Terminus or did he shuffle it away on that Brainstorm? Actually, he shuffled it away on the Ponder if it was second from the top, because he shuffled with the Ponder. So he probably doesn't have Terminus anymore, but I still believe he probably has Forcifer. So let's just try for Forcifer. I could name AK, because it's like not the greatest card to discard, but I think I want to name Forcifer. Damn! I should have named AK. So he's got Counterspell and Forcifer up next turn. So we are gonna, what are we gonna do? We could play the Virtual Rangers and flashback on Counterspell. It's still not great though. I never think like Chase might be second from the top now, so we should try to set it up in a way. So what if I name AK on the flashback? don't really want to name AK in the flashback. I could also just play Cable Therapy on Counterspell. Nah, it's not great. But there's not too much I can do about this. I would have really needed the land drop here. Like, the land drop would have made it so much better, then you could have taken out both counterspells. I think I'm just gonna name Counterspell here. Actually, do I? Counterspell, like, it's not great for him because it doesn't trade very efficiently for Cardboard Therapy, so maybe I should name... No, I'm gonna name Counterspell. Counterspell. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Didn't mean to click this button. Okay, so he's got AK. Why is this looking so weird? Oh, because it's a legend? Ah, okay. AK and Swords to Plowshares. Oh, we're down to 8? Oh, because we played Thoughtseize. This is not the kind of game I want to play against Miracles. I guess it helps if they don't play Mentor. But yeah. I've lost to, like, not having enough life against Miracles at times. So what would have been the best card to draw? Maybe... Well, it doesn't matter if we didn't draw the best card. So Glimpse goes on top for sure. And then... Might actually want to play the Visionary in Flashback. If I just run out Choke here, then he has to force pitching AK. And then he really doesn't have a lot of things anymore. So maybe I should try that. But then I don't have Glimpse. I can't keep both. But I also don't want to. I don't want to go down to 3 life. Basically, feels a little awkward. But maybe that's just where I want to be. On the other hand, I really want to choke him. So if I Glimpse, he might counter that. Actually, he probably doesn't want to spend so much mana on countering that. If I play Glimpse and then Virtual Rangers, then I draw the land, play the land, then he swords the Virtual Rangers at some point. I can also get Dryad Arbor. Actually, I could Flashback with the Virtual Rangers before he can swords, but then I'm not getting a great Glimpse. So I think what I want to do here is to run out the Visionary. Hope it resolves. Actually, I hope it doesn't resolve, because that would be great. But yeah, so here we go. And now I'm gonna flashback before he can use the swords. And then the opponent needs to make a decision. But there's not really much to decide for him, he just like accepts this, probably. I don't hate naming accumulated knowledge here, honestly. He needs another blue pitch. Yeah, actually I don't hate accumulated knowledge. Oops, did I misspell it? Oh, I don't know how to spell it! What? Oh, this is embarrassing. It's double K usually. What? Okay, now I have to look it up. Okay, this is embarrassing. How do you spell AK? Oh, C! Ah, C? Oh, I'm German. I spell everything with a K. Accumulated knowledge. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Oh, he didn't draw! Oh, okay. So next time he's gonna draw the Forcifer, probably. But then there's nothing he can do. I like that. Oh, we would have almost named Forcifer there, and I would have looked like a fool. I guess I already looked like a fool when I tried to spell accumulated knowledge, but... Okay, so Swords plus Terminus plus probably Force on the next turn. So let's not fetch Dryad Arbor at end of turn. Oh, we lost a lot of time, by the way. That wasn't very good. Do I want to see the other cards? Basically, do I want another Glimpse? I think I'd rather see other cards. Basically, make it more likely to hit land drops. Yeah, Thoughtseize is a good one. And we're still on 7? How do we have so much life? But if I go for Thoughtseize... No, I don't even need to go for Thoughtseize. I think I just want to make the land drop. Well, I guess I could glimpse into Birchlaw Rangers, into Scavenging Ooze, but nah. This is fine. Like, this is not the kind of choke where you get them with the choke, but we get to resolve it, which is very important. Do I want a flashback? No, there's nothing I want to flashback on. We're Enchantress by now, you know? This is not a creature deck, what? We haven't played a single... Actually, we played a single creature this game. Or maybe no, we played a single creature up until turn 6. And now we might start doing stuff. Another choke. Another choke is actually not bad. But right now I wanna probably take out something meaningful, otherwise we can still take the swords. Oh, swords, nice. And so, Terminus is really awkward for them. Okay, so I think I'm gonna run out a Naked Ooze and pass. And I'm actually not gonna use it in a turn because there's a chance that they draw Snapcaster Mage, and then that would be like really foolish. Did we see that? I think we saw the delta, yeah. Kinda wanna make the land drop, but I think I don't need to. First of all, I'm just gonna draw a couple extra cards. So now if they have the Snapcaster Mage, we are still playing into it, I would think. But it's just like too tempting not to go for this, because it gives us a lot of card draw. So I think if they have the Snapcaster Mage at this point, I'm willing to make that kind of trade. It also taps down one of their lands. I'm not even sure if he would take out the Visionary or the Ooze here. Probably still the Ooze. But the Ooze is actually all that big. It can only grow to like a 3/3. But if he has Snapcaster Mage, I think he has to... Yeah, he has it, okay. I think he has to go for it, because there's a chance that the Birchlaw Ranger actually like gets us there. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, this would have been great. Now we play this. I'm not gonna attack in. And if he goes for like Hardcast, Terminus, he can't. I guess. I wonder. Let's just find out. Opponent is probably also curious. He's only got 2 Terminus in hand, so he basically has to make this decision, and he's willing to become a mono-white control deck at this point. Yeah, put up all on the bottom. And now we actually have to watch our time, so I'm trying to rush this a little bit, maybe not thinking about it too much, going by instinct. But not like play it totally mindlessly. So I like this. I like this. Also, opponent can't put Terminus on top right now, unless, because he needs to find a blue source and a Brainstorm, so he can't do both in this turn, and apparently he found neither. Oh wow, I almost played Thoughtseize there. Okay, mental reminder, do not play Thoughtseize here. But I might actually flashback. I'm not sure. But first of all, let's get in here. You know what would be hilarious if he tried to kill us with Containment Priest that he flashes in at end of turn here. But that's not gonna happen. I think I'm actually gonna play the second choke. Just in case he finds a removal spell for the first, or I just found a removal spell for the first one. Opponent passes. Man, let's really remember not to use the Thoughtseize. Life management is like a serious thing here. I think at this point I'm getting a little anxious, and I think if I if I flashback on Terminus, it's actually gonna be okay, because there's a chance that he now found like a brainstorm but not a blue source yet. So I don't hate this. Which one am I gonna sacrifice? I think I'm actually gonna sacrifice the Aquarian Ranger. Could also have Supreme Verdict, I guess, but that's too uncommon. And we already have the guaranteed hit here on a card that might actually end up mattering. Disenchant. Oh wow! Haha! Didn't disenchant the library, huh? I guess you don't need to. So disenchant and Spell Pierce. Okay. So but you can't cast those. So now next turn we attack for 4. If I played this, we attack for 5, so it doesn't really change the clock, and it gives us a little more outs. Gets rid of one of the chokes. But once again, he's in the same position. If he wants to like flash it back, he needs a blue source and a way to flash it back. So I think we're pretty safe here. Unless we cast Thoughtseize. Put on top. Put on top. There was a time when a lot of people actually accidentally killed themselves with 7 library. Because the way they initially like templated it is if you click the card, you immediately drew it and paid the extra 4 life. So a lot of people accidentally paid 8 life by accident, and then when they were at 8 life, that actually killed them. So I kinda wanna just like see a couple more cards next turn. Okay, Force Pledge Spell Pierce, that's fine. So now he's actually hellbent, and if he can find the Terminus here on the draw step, that's still not like, only buys him a turn. So now I think there's nothing in the stack that saves him, so I'm just gonna save some time and not use the library. Maybe he was actually running down our clock now. Could actually be it. Yeah, playing Miracles vs. Elves online when commentating is actually a problem. Usually I would, not a problem, but it has a significant impact on the way the matchup goes, because like I'm down to 7 minutes against this 8. Usually I'm like at 12 to their 8, something like that. So let's see, did we see anything that makes me want to change something? I guess one reason to keep the Abrupt Decays, like the 3 Abrupt Decays instead of 2, is also Search First counter, which can become an issue in the game, but thus far I haven't really seen anything I want to adjust to. Like, yes, they have Disenchant, but Library and Chokes are still too good not to play them. Maybe I want to lean a little more on Nissa. Spell Pierce is good against Choke and Nissa, but like Nissa is better against Spell Pierce. Against Disenchant. Infinite times better, actually. I'm not sure. Don't hate the use. Man, the life loss is actually real. But yeah, the only way we could lean a little more on Nissa would be if I took in the 3rd Heritage to it. Like, definitely not the 4th Cradle, it's just, I can't do that. Yeah, let's just go with this. I kind of want a little more mana acceleration, but like can't really have it all. And should still make for a great game. So, yeah, this is okay. Opponent mulligan to 6 on the play, which makes this even better. I wouldn't mind drawing a Lana Wolf or something here. Like, Lana Wolf would be nuts. Best card in Legacy. Another Choke. Choke is actually not that great here. I wonder whether... I think I have to get a Bayou. It's like, there's a very tiny risk associated with getting Bayou here, but it's okay. Also, it's really cool that Violet Symbiote gets to live here unless it gets Force of It. But if the opponent, like, Force of It's here, be my guest. If he has, like, a white source now and takes out the Symbiote, that's so much better because it makes its mana a little awkward. Then, like, he can't counterspell on his turn, on our turn and stuff. Brainstorm into... I guess if you brainstorm here, you're really just looking for a Swords to Plowshares. Or maybe you've got an awkward hand and want to find a Ponder. I'm not gonna attack first because I really need the second mana of the Gaia's Cradle, and like if I attack first, there's a very small chance he goes for Swords to Plowshares, and I really don't wanna give him that kind of out. So if we get to untap here with our entire board, I would really love to see that. Also, I really have to make up a couple, like some minutes on the clock. 3 mana, that can only be like Conscious Judgment then. Or maybe Mentor, but Mentor would be like really bad. Ha ha ha! Do we want to bounce something? No, we just want to take out the Mentor. Actually, we could take out the Mentor and maybe Choke. Is there a way? Yeah, I think actually there is. If I run out the wire with symbiote first. I just hope he doesn't have Force of Will. And then I play another Cradle. Oh no, I'm still one short. Ah! Oh no, I'm not. I'm a genius, I just didn't know. No, I'm not. Get choked. Yes. This is how you play against miracles. Oh, this is so much fun. I think I'm gonna leave all of those in play because it makes it a little more likely that we can play Nissa next turn. And this actually casts Nissa. But I think I wanna... No, I think they don't have Force of Will. Pretty sure they don't have Force of Will. And they also they don't have Wear Tear, so they can't disenchant here at end of turn. I think the Cradle is a fine animation thing. I could actually animate the Bayou to cast Heritage to the Cardboard Therapy. Opponent might have actually already given up on the game. Yeah. Here we go. More mana. More mana for the Mana God. I'm fine going for the Glimpse here. I just want to draw extra cards to cement my lead. And if I find another elf... Well, okay, this way I can still cast the Cardboard Therapy. I wonder what I'm gonna name, because I actually don't know. I think Snapcaster Mage is a fine name in the dark. Actually, you should probably name Disenchant, though. Oops. Actually, I don't need to name Disenchant, I've got the second choke. So I think I'm gonna name... I don't want to name Force of Will. Actually, I should name Force of Will. Opponent stopped for a short moment at some point. Whoops, every time I press backspace this happens. Ah, I should have gone with my instinct and named Snapcaster. Anyway, so how does opponent still beat us? Probably not at all, right? So, actually, whoa, he had both cards I was thinking about. Disenchant and Snapcaster. Okay, so... So... This turn we take him down to 9, and next turn he's dead. No, next turn we attack for 8 if I flashback here. So maybe I really just run out this. Yeah, I think that's actually fine. Can I replay? No, I already replayed. Take this, evil villain. And this might be game. Let's find out. Let's find out with this innocent Cardboard Therapy. Let me Cardboard Therapy you. I'm gonna name... I don't even know. He's probably just gonna concede here. No, he's not? Okay, I'm gonna name Snapcaster Mage. Not that it really matters. I guess I should name Terminus, actually. I should have named Terminus, I think. So... And this is Execcies. And our opponent does concede, does he not?
Fatality.
Merc down. Bring on the next one. Oh, this is so awkward. So yeah, thanks a lot. The first game was a little awkward. The second and third game we really got to leverage our sideboard cards. Also, this card is amazing against miracles. Play it. See you next round.